The Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department is committed to protecting the lives, property, and environment of our community. Developing, implementing, and maintaining innovative prevention programs and strategies, life safety education, and training for our community enhances the achievement of these objectives. The life safety education section of the department provides information and training to residents in an effort to avoid accidents before they happen, as well as to provide appropriate responses to initiate when they do.
We're very fortunate here in Fairfax County that we have some of the highest trained professionals in our fire and rescue department. But oftentimes, what the citizens do before we arrive on the scene of emergency can make a big difference in the outcome.
With our population at 1 million plus, we recognize that the constancy of change in our community and industries impacts our task daily. We are committed to seeking out and implementing innovative and progressive thinking to benefit those we serve. The Life Safety Education section has targeted preschool children and senior citizens to develop programs tailored specifically for them as a way to customize our duty.
Well, we've identified our high-risk groups, and we have a special program for them called Every Step of the Way. And one of those groups would be our preschool children who have twice the national fire death rate than the national average. So we've developed a three-component comprehensive program that educates the caregiver teacher, the parents, and the child.
This preschool program reaches children 3 to 5 years of age in public and private schools and licensed daycare centers. The initiative has included teacher training, fire safety puppet shows, and use of a model hazard house, and has reached over 23,000 children.
But the puppet show alone does not educate the child fully. It is very important that the educator caregiver has the education so that they can reinforce the knowledge that they learn through our puppet shows. Statistically, they are going to be confronted with making a life safety decision, and having that knowledge on how to deal with it can greatly reduce the injury and the outcome of any emergency situation that they are confronted with.
Stop, drop, and roll. While riding my bike, I wear a helmet. Never touch matches or anything, or else if you lit up something, the house will get on fire.
The hazard house, a tool that the educators use, is for any age group. The model house incorporates many typical household dangers within its design.
It's a really wonderful tool because it's interactive, and it allows you to go through many different safety features or safety hazards and how to correctly deal with them. In this house, we go through every room which it has your typical home hazards in them. By the child seeing them, it really helps them visually think about what they would do in that situation, and it keeps them involved, and it really encourages that interaction that is so important when you're trying to educate children.
Over 18,000 seniors have been engaged in department programs developed with their specific safety issues in mind.
Senior citizens have become a high-risk group for many different reasons. One can be mobility. Two, it can be medications that they're on. So educating a senior on the proper way to do things is totally different than the way you would educate a child, because you have to respect the knowledge that they have and work with that to help them take care of themselves and take precautions so that they can be in a safer environment. One of the programs we have is Senior Jeopardy. It's an interactive way of playing Jeopardy and using safety questions that help make people more knowledgeable, or on the other hand, bring it back to make them think about it for awareness. And it's interactive, and it's a lot more interesting than just having someone lecture you on how to keep yourself in a safe environment. Another program that we have is the File of Life. The File of Life program is really directed for anyone that's on any kind of maintenance medication. The patient fills out the correct information on the file, which would give, for an example, their primary physician, their medications and the amount of doses that they take daily. It's then placed on the refrigerator where our medics know when they respond to a medical emergency to look there for that information. They can gather that information, and when they transport the patient to the hospital, they have a more complete medical history. Many times when we respond to medical emergencies, the patients are not in a situation where they can convey their full medical history to us.
I learned quite a few things.
I'll know better next time.
We needed to be reminded how important all these things are.
These programs are just some of the ways the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department engages the community, to provide services that protect lives, property, and the environment.
Fairfax County Fire and Rescue is committed to being a community-based fire department, and it's very important for the neighboring fire stations to work closely with the communities as far as educating the public, as far as like different safety tips, and that way the citizens of that community kind of gets a basic relationship with the neighboring fire stations. And I've always enjoyed this type of field, which led me into the position as a community education officer, which I enjoy immensely.
What you learn in third grade you may not put in place until you're an adult, but you do feel better if it's making people aware so that they can make better educated decisions in an emergency situation.